Happy birthday, Leo. This is your birthday time. We are crossing into, and for all you Leo sun especially, this is going to be your August 2022 reading. I'm going to do just the Lenormand for you, which is going to probably be a little bit longer because it is your birthday season, so a little special gift for you. And maybe do Virgo the same, since it's going to be their birthday season towards the end of August as well. Mid August, excuse me. All right, so let's get started. I see there being an ending or stopping of some kind of message or messages, form of communication. You might be dumping a social media platform at this time, or stopping communication with, or maybe you're changing your mailing address and you're stopping getting mail. There might be a weird pause in your mail receiving of mail. That's something that's coming through strongly. In terms of you men out there, I'll start with you first. There might be some trips by air that I'm seeing. These trips would probably be by plane. There's also an elevation of depression. So there might be a clearing up of, there might be some confusion that you have with some positive changes in your life. But I see the confusion being lesser so than the positive changes because of the way the cards fall. You might be feeling a little bit down, or like that you're not smart enough to do something at this time, or you're not clever enough to win over somebody's heart. There's some kind of, it might be something, there might have been some kind of, tricky energies. And this probably could be at your side job, your side hustle. I'm seeing people see you as very smart, actually. So I don't understand why you're feeling this way. In terms of love, I see you're at a crossroads with love. And that's very apparent because the crossroads is right after the card, and the heart card falls on the crossroads spot. There might be options in love that are dwindling at this time, or you feel like they're lessening. Maybe it's because you are moving or traveling so much that you don't have the time for those things. At home with the family, either you come from a really big family, or there might be some difficulties or challenges with the home, or being home at this time because you're traveling so much. Also, it could be a home of grandeur. You might have a really big house. There could be some familial challenges going on as well. That could be what you're confused about, the emotional aspect of things. There is quite a beautiful social life going on for you right now, though. So I don't understand why you feel like your options are changed. Maybe you're not interested in the people that are around you. You're more focused on your family and caring for your family and making decisions about their well-being at this time. Or you may in the future be caring for somebody and deciding some choices for their well-being. within the family. You might have been burdened by communicating, or anxiety is also a thing. So this depression or anxiety that's going on could have to do with so much traveling and wanting to spend time at home. I see you because there's two travel cards next to each other. So if there's any issues with your passport, they'll be resolved, and you actually might like your photo better this time around. That's a random thing I'm getting. You men, you're very talented or gifted at making the best of everything, of making positive moves forward. I also see there's a lot of travel for you, the men out there, or male identified people, I should say. If you define or don't fit the molds that we have in society right now, at least the old school ones, there's nothing wrong with that. Whichever card, like the woman or the man card, that you most resonate with at this time. If you want to listen to both, absolutely go ahead. I see problems or sacrifice of communication. Written word of spirit. If you are somebody who's religious, you might be reading the Bible at this time, or getting word from a spiritual leader. This also could be written, something written about, mail. So this is writing that, or some written word that you get in your house, or from the family. Could be at a distance. So you might get a postcard from a family member back home. Like I said, that there could be, you also, this is kind of morbid, but this is what I see in the card combinations. You might have a mailman or a mail person that stops visiting your house, or there might be a change with that. There might be a new person. And so maybe it's been trouble getting your mail, but in the end, everything works itself out. You're kind of romancing the idea of being home. You might be traveling for or going on a wellness trip, taking a mental health trip is what I'm seeing. And or you had in the past, or presently, it's more of a present thing actually, presently taking a mental health trip. And then what's going on with you? If you don't have children at home, you might be going to visit them at their home. And they might be at a distance as well. And this might have been challenging for various reasons in the past, but this is where you end up. You end up with your family. I'm going to move on, but I want to cover your future first. So in the future, I see there being a lot of confusion. or maybe depression about some form of intellect or some side job, some sort of hands-on job that you do. There's like a big tool that's needed, or you might have kind of a sharp or kind of like aggressive boss. I see that if you're a plumber, this could have to do with connecting pipes, or so it's connections to other women. You might be a surgeon of some kind, an authority on cuts, or not being sure. There's some kind of insecurity or depression or inability to see where the pain is coming from. But it's as almost if the depression comes in swiftly and very painfully, and kind of becomes a toxicity in your life. And it's growing. So there's this person or this woman in your life maybe that's causing you some kind of strife with the situation. If you are if you do have a child with this person or this woman, other woman from the past, I see her still being in the future and being difficult to deal with. If this has to do with confusion over the fox, not being able to see your way out of something, the inability to, a depression that's almost like clever, sneaks up on you, that comes in fast, might be pretty aggressive. It's ending on the snake. So the snake is not the most pleasant card in the deck. I mean, it can mean many different things, but that's why I said if it was anything to do with a work thing, there might be some big tool that you need. There's also, I think of the clouds as like gas as well. It's like atmosphere, gas. So anything to do with HVAC stuff, pipes, any of that stuff could be in there. I'm going to move on to the ladies. So, ladies, I can't see much of your past. The man's past, he was more work-oriented, working and career goal-oriented, and having all the answers, and maybe there was a new child that was a burden. This child could have been difficult to deal with. As a child, this man could have been a difficult child as well. And the cross and communication house sector, where are the birds? The birds are here. Yeah, so in the past there could have been difficult communication with a woman as well, for the man, or anxiety around the situation. The women, Um, there is some harmony with a boss figure or an authority figure at work. Um, you're being recognized at home or in the family for the beautiful job that you're doing. With you're being recognized or gifted a home. This is also another thing, the gift of a home. In the future, harmony. You choose, you might have to choose between love and growing some sort of family or being with your family. Yeah, I see a decision of the heart for sure. And this decision has to do with the taking away or a lessening of. So, and the mice, where's the mice here? Here we go. You might be taken away from what you know. You might be in unfamiliar territory when it comes to love. A crossroads, a channel of the heart. If you have been having any heart trouble, you're going to be fine. In the future, I see the tree card, the health card is the last card, so that's good. I see right now what you may not be aware of is a partnership that's coming full circle or is being exposed. The end of visitations, the end of messages comes into play for all of you with a friend. A friend could have passed away. A friend could stop communicating with you or visiting your home. There is an exposing of a commitment or a shining a light on a commitment or happiness with a commitment. And this could have to do with people seeing you as clever or intelligent, maybe a little bit sneaky. Where you're going to be most lucky, all of you. In your commitments. There'll be luck from your commitments or exposing certain commitments. Expressing partnership. There's luck there. The clover and the sun. You women are very career oriented. I think that's at the top of your list right now. You are figuring out the answers to things at work, and you might work with children as well. And they might be, children that have gone through something difficult or are difficult to deal with. A new boss at work could be giving you some written word that's challenging, or or an assignment that's challenging. This is a long-term career for you as well. And it's if you do work in the beauty industry, that's coming up here as well. Anything where you're seen or you're helping others. There's a service industry here, being recognized by others as well with the fox. Exposing little annoying secrets. With a big piece of writing. This could just be speaking to red tape, bureaucracy within the workplace. If you work with children and have to help them with their communication, or getting some information or secrets out of them in order to help them, I see that as being something here. There's harmony in your future. There's peace and there's some quietness, and it's very nice. It's a purity kind of feel to it. You're also very wise. You grow wiser in the immediate future. There's a wisdom here. You might have a wise boss at work that recognizes you for your efforts. Or you might be actually recognized for your efforts in a public setting. There might be some sort of big project that your boss gave you to work on, and you may get public recognition for that. You're making huge leaps and bounds forward with progress. You might also be traveling. You might be traveling to see a partner or a man because he is new in your life. Might be a new man in your life that you're traveling to see eventually. I see for couples looking for information, there's a lot of balance and harmony between the two of you. You're both kind of stubborn and might be you might be just right for each other as well. I'm getting that. There could be a big gift from a lover, or you two might be coming to see each other. It would be at the man's house. So if there was a female identifying or divine feminine character in this story, she would be traveling farther to see the man than the man would to her. But vice versa, this could go either way. Yeah, being recognized in career, big time. The man has in the past, you are in the present. Finances. The man's pretty affluent. He's got some money. Um, a big house here. Finances. See, I see the mountain here and the letter. And the letter, and if I don't move everything around here. Oh, all right, okay. So still a lot of written communication coming to the house. So from a distance, or it's been difficult getting a challenge with the mail, but I'm seeing from a distance letters will be coming to you. Written word. Could be from an organization about travel. So if you're waiting for a passport or any kind of immigration or anything, it's coming. It may take a long time to get to you, but it's coming. Exposing troubles with distance or with annoying blockages. A lot of communication. Your reputation is being seen as very good. Lucky breaks. Exposing little lucky things. Being recognized for some side hustle that you do, or your intelligence is a big thing. The loss of a friend or the ending of a friendship could have been because of growing jealousy. Having to do with the family or the health of the heart. Loyalty ends when a jealous connection Yeah. I see that trips that have been, there's been a lot of arguing with this other woman or this jealous person. It could have been a jealous friend. In the past, there was probably some positive progression. If this person had some kind of addiction or something, this friend, they're not having a good time if they are still in your life. Recurring negativity, endings for them, toxic connections being cut, maybe some aggressive behavior. Roads that are kind of closing as well. Family of heart. I also see this as tribe. So, your friends at this time might be really challenging to deal with or to watch them go through what they're going through. I do see all three, I feel like because they're going through so much right now that it's hard to spend time with them, or maybe because you've been through so much with dealing with them. If they are having some kind of heart surgery, because I see that here, a friend of the other woman, a friend of a woman, health of the heart, a well-being of love. Where's the heart? The heart's here, and it's at a crossroads. A bifurcation of love. I see that you might lose a friend due to this new person in your life, because they're jealous of where you're going off to. If you've been casually dating, they might be jealous, and it might go south. It might be arguments and stuff. At home, you'll be spending a lot of time with social media with a woman if you are a man or identify on that side of the spectrum here. It could be a connection. You might be talking to people online from your computer at home about career stuff. A lot more. Particularly a woman. The birds and the woman. That's where the plans of traveling to each other might come into play. They might work for an organization at a distance, and you just end up deciding to meet. Commitments. The Clover. Lucky commitments, happiness, and big lucky breaks with partnerships. That goes for romantic and all kinds of partnerships. Any commitments, any contracts as well. An ending of a contract of visitation. This could have to do with a child. There could have been, some kind of legislation, not legislation, but court-ordered specifics that have changed or ended. So you might be able to see your child now, and that's what this could be about. The man could have in the past been adopting a new spiritual something new that happens over and over again, starting something over and over again. Where's the child? The width. Yeah, distance of seeing your child could also have been something that was really difficult to deal with, and having to go see them. Because I see this couple here having a child. The child falls between the two of them. And it seems like in the past this was a burden for the man, that the child's home, and the home is at a distance. So that could have been the reason why there was some strife. Also, if you have another person after your relationship has ended and you have a child with the other person, there could be some jealousy between partners, the new partner and the old partner, or new partner and the older family, our prior family relationship. In terms of gifts, this man could be gifting you a very big, if you're seeing him newly, a big social life. Yeah, a new social life, because he seems to have a lot of friends. The recognition of many. Yeah. He might have a big library as well. Yeah, a lot of books. Visiting places with a lot of books also. An end of visitations. I feel like a progression of depression. Meeting is a burden. A meeting place is a burden for the man. So yeah, I think that men who are struggling, dealing with a separation and having a child with their partner that they've separated from, would be kind of depressed about the choice that they have to make between their heart and being close to their loved ones, and being close to home. There's at an impasse, or a juncture in the road for that. The overall theme of the reading, I will touch upon this, and then I'll get back into some more details for the cards. There is some sort of visit or Messenger, there could be secrets about finances of a man. There's like a growth or a spreading out of connections in career as well. There's a growing connections within career. This also could be a visitor from a secret and meetings that are a sacrifice. So the answer to these visitations are, the visit to the answer to these visitations is knowing you might have to go look up a lot of information about something, connections within career, or there's a lot of socializing here. So a career that's keeping you stuck because of the immense amount of shoulder bumping and meetings. And so it's saying that there might be visits are the answer. There's either a lot of secrets or a lot of secret visits as well. That could be it. This also could be secrets about finances. The books. Trying to solidify or stabilize certain growing connections within the social life. This could be travel as well, like small trips. This could be a trip to a secret place at night as well. Staying over at night as well. You might have to travel and knowing the amount of money of something, or knowing a lot about something, about certain this is a growing career. So you can meet somebody at a library. This could be your answer for the child and partnership situation about, visits that are on the books. I think that there's like a lot of information. Visiting something is the answer for a lot of information. This could have to do with a career or career connections. So you might be visiting a place to get more knowledge about, other people or other career, advice about your career, information on people within the career sector so you can connect with them. A party that's a burden. You might have a problem making a party. If this is for your child, I don't know. The cross, yes it is, because it's and the birds here. Trying to make a party at the house of the woman, or you're trying to get the party to be at your house because you have a work meeting or some kind of I need some more caffeine, I think, here. If it is a party for your child or a child, in the past, backtracking, in the past, this child, there might have been a lessening of the child, of seeing the child, and then in the future there'll be more visitations, or the woman has a lot of new beginnings going for her right now, and having to start, she's having to do new things over and over again. Practice. She's practicing something. Yeah, she's trying to stop visitations or stop visiting. Changes in the career of the woman are exposed because she's getting more recognition, so her job might be doing better, and the man in the past was doing better, but now is having some troubles. In terms of health for everybody, I think that any kind of intestinal issues can be solved with or any brain fog can be resolved by a healthy digestive system that's coming through for some reason. If there is a surgeon that's helping a friend out with their heart, or maybe it's a psychiatrist dealing with more of the mental aspect of it, I see them being good at their job, being recognized for what they do. We have recognition cards here. recognition that is good, recognition that is clever. A challenging family that you love makes you decide. There's a lessening of options. There is luck in compromising. There might be a little lucky clue unforeseen clue that comes in that helps you with the compromise. Family that you love. You don't always like them, but you love them. If you have children, they're going to take your promises that you write seriously. So if they have something that's handwritten that says, "Oh, I'll be there" or something, that's going to be a serious promise and commitment that you're going to make. And it might seem little, but it's really big to them. They're having good friends. They're really sharp. They got the answers. They always got an answer right back. They keep their promises. They're big on that. A lot of kids are, right? In the future, they might have a harder time communicating about how they feel for some reason. They're very well liked at school. They're being recognized in the places in their social, play dates and stuff at school too. Being recognized by teachers for their behavior or what they do. Also, this could be an organization having to do with children who have been abused. The woman might very well be working in this environment that's run by the government. Yeah, there might be some nervousness about this government organization communicating with the woman if it isn't her workplace that we're talking about. The truth that's loyal. So it seems like she doesn't have anything to worry about. Being recognized in a public setting about the home. So if this is a court thing, I see it being more of a burden for the man than for the woman. And I see any rulings of the court of this organization being pretty solid. Any rights gifted, privileges gifted are going to be for a longer time period. The woman could have been waiting for this legal documentation for a long time. She might have been traveling. Endings to visitations, changes within visitations are peaceful and amicable in the end. I do see changes with a friend end up shining a light or exposing or ending a friendship as well. Could be exposes a commitment or compromise, and that could be lucky. So and smart, being recognized as a smart thing to do. So I would just keep this as, what's coming through. What's the word? Not conservative. Civil. I would keep a civil mindset when it comes to matters of court and of family and all that stuff. Those of you who do not have a family that are women will be starting a lot of new projects and doing them over and over again. So there could be something that you're trying to master, and eventually you'll be seen in the future as being somebody who's really kind of being recognized for something that they've learned to do, a skill that they have. At work, you're getting recognized by authority. Authority could block visitations to the child. The key. Where's the key? Yeah. The key could be, the answer is taken away. So if there has been any issues with your partner, both sides, an authority could very well block visitations. So if there's been any secrets of the man about his finances, those will be exposed. And the woman will communicate them. Or troubles with the law as well. Exposing promises, the lessening of those promises, troubles with the law, difficult or blocking and the inability to block the man. It's abundance. Exposing annoying challenges with finances. So if the man's having difficulty financially within the context of the situation, communication with the woman or anxiety might make the woman anxious because he's being recognized as somebody who's good, or he's being seen in a good, wise light. And that there's something that's unforeseen or lucky that is exposed about a job about an intellectual job that he has or side hustle that he has. This could have to do with a woman might be committed to the little things, aka her child. The child could be throwing tantrums as well. And that might throw in some challenges. For the woman, changes in the career. So things are changing for one party. And it's causing the other one a little bit of strife or a need to switch up how things have been. Love has been a difficult choice. There's been difficult choices in love, and toxicity has started to grow. Jealousy has started to spread. Burden of the heart. Jealousy. The man seems to be going somewhere in order to make progress on some sort of repetitive cycle that's been toxic. And he's loyal to ending it. So this could very well be having to do with if the man has any addiction issues. Because it seems like he does. There's some kind of repetitive pattern. It could be drinking, it could be alcohol, it could be sex, drugs, rock and roll, it could be anything. But it seems like it has to do with the health as well. Health of the heart. For the health of his family, the health of his heart, he's making changes or planning on making changes. It seems like currently he's struggling deeply with some kind of dark depression. If this is drugs, it could be intravenous drugs because there's a sharp object there. There's a snake, so those are channels. Anytime I see the snake, I see channels. I also see the tree, which is roots. It's like veins. I also see the crossroads, really close to it, so it's all pretty similar. He's being recognized as having pure intentions of being a peacekeeper. A promise to authority. Exposing a promise to authority at an organization. The woman is communicating. So he might have made a promise to go to get help with this, and she's telling the court that. Or the woman that's older, that's an authority figure, who's recognized in a place or setting as being in charge of like love of channels, a love of pathways in the family. So this could be a judge as well. This woman could be a judge, and she could be saying, this is what you need to do. He's making a commitment to her. Somebody could have to pay money because it's the law, financial law. Somebody could have to pay money. See that down here. In order to, and this, or there could be secret finances, like I said before. Visitations are the answer. Information, abundance of information. Connections. Also, this is where the stars are. So, toxic connections that are growing. Meetings that are a burden. What are the meetings about, though? The cross is here. It's being communicated that certain meetings or a party or some kind of social thing is becoming an issue or a burden or a sacrifice. It also could be like meetings having to do with a decision that's lessening. To lose, a decision to lose. Growing stronger, growing more secure and stable. So meetings might be difficult for this man to make or this woman to make in terms of making sure that they keep on top with what the law is asking of them in this situation. New starts, for scratching that story for a second, new starts. There'll be a lot of new organizations you'll be working with around this time, Leo. You might be going to a far off place to go visit an organization. You'll have more commitments at this time, newer commitments. They could be very lucky for you, and they would be recurring. So like, you know, I'm walking your dog I meet somebody on the street and they say, I need a dog walker, and you're like, okay, I'll walk your dog, and then you end up having lucky commitments, which give you a little bit of cash flow coming in or lucky promises, little promises. A contract might come in, a new contract from an organization as well. New keys if you are getting a new place. New ideas that come in swiftly. You might be adopting a new spiritual way of communicating. Or you might be newly praying. You might be starting to pray, and you never have before. New gifts, new talents. Seen in a public social setting. A new flirtatiousness in the dating scene as well. New authority. This is the ship. Yeah. Commerce. A new place you go shopping or go out to eat as well. Might be getting familiar with that. You might meet a new good friend as well. They may be older than you. And they'd probably be a woman. And she would have brown hair and glasses, most likely. If you are starting to pray, I see church going down here as well as your overall theme or message. A place of visitations where a book is read, a big book, there's a lot of it. There's connections that are solidified, and connections could be, it's a quiet setting, so it's quiet. It's not necessarily loud there. There'll be communication with these people, though, and meetings that surround a cross, or this also could be a support group. A church or a support group. Changes with friends and, you being something being exposed, a promise or commitment to being exposed about a skill set or intellect that you have is being recognized by other people. And I see you communing with other people in a setting where you're growing new connections, and all kind of focused on one kind of learning of some kind or another. So it could be school, visiting a school connected to career, and socializing might be kind of a challenge at this time. Might be that's why there's changes with friends as well. All right, Leo, I'm going to end it here because I could go on forever and ever with this Grand Lenormand, Grand Tableau. All right, happy birthday, and I hope you have a great August, and I'll see you in September.